what's up YouTube and everybody on Facebook and all my friends out there and anybody else who's watching. Thanks for stopping by again. My name is Brandon, aka Mainer in Japan, and this is my second entry into my video log, or my vlog, I guess, of my my Kamen Rider Decade costume build. So this video I'm going to kind of mash together over the next few nights or whatever as I work on the helmet a little more. Sorry I didn't have much to show you on the first video, but I hope by the end of this video I will have most of the helmet to a point where it will start to actually look like something. So here I have my Pepakura files on these sheets of paper. I don't know if you can see them on the camera, but I'm gonna kind of walk you through what my process is of cutting these out and show you how I go about it. And then after that we'll move on to tracing onto the foam, cutting out from there and gluing it together to actually start to look like a helmet. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so the first step in getting my Pepakura files all cut out and whatever is figuring out how I want to construct the helmet. I'm not constructing this with traditional Pepakura, which means like I would, in traditional Pepakura you would cut all the paper pieces out and there's little tabs that you would glue together, and then you would make a full model with cardstock and then fiberglass and resin and stuff over that to make it hard. But that's a crap load of sanding and I don't want to do it like that. So I've done one Pepakura helmet like that, my White Ranger helmet, but this time I'm going to go a different route with foam. So in order to do that, I'm going to have to sort of modify these files a little bit. They traditionally have a lot of slits in them, so I got to get rid of those slits because I can shape the foam, and foam bends a lot better than paper. So here I got my model open of my Kamen Rider Decade helmet, and I have my mask here to give me another frame of reference. What I've decided I'm going to do is I'm going to try to build this in three major pieces, with the, I'll show you on this, with the pink portion being one of the major pieces, which runs all the way on the top of the head, down the face, minus the eyes of course, and then down to the chin. The black piece, which is kind of raised up off the pink piece, which will be nice actually, because the foam is pretty thick. It's going to be raised off there. That travels all the way around to the other side, and again raised on the bottom. And then this silver sort of chin and back of the head piece. Those are my three major components, and I'm going to try to be building this in. So I need to figure out which Pepakura pieces I need to cut out, and then I'm going to try to assemble them with cardstock first, and then bend and shape the foam to match the shape, because I want there to be as few seams as possible to make this as smooth as I can. So what I have cut out already are the top of the head. So if I rotate this down, you'll see these ones here. So you'll see this top of the head here. These are what I already have. If I turn on the check corresponding face feature, it will let me click on one, and then it will highlight it and show me which page it belongs to over here. I don't know if you can see or not, but these are my pages that I have printed out of all the files, and they just correspond to the number. Like down here is page 1, that will be this one all the way over here. So I can go to the page number and I can figure out which piece I need. So I already have the very top of the head. Now let's work on finding the ones that go down the face that are going to be the pink portions. So let me rotate this thing back up here. I guess my next one is going to be this piece right. Alright, it's going to be this piece right here. This one on the very top of the left eye. I guess left eye if I was wearing it, right eye if you're looking at it. So that looks like it's going to be on, what is it, page 12? Page 12. So I'm going to find page 12 and go from there. These are not the right pages. These are for the bars. I'm an idiot, so just a moment please. Okay, I'm back and I have the proper page and the rest of the proper pages for this part of the helmet. So as you can see, this piece runs along the top of the eye and then starts to curve around the head. And it looks like it's going to be this one right here. So let's cut it out, and I'll show you how I do that now. So basically, well, I'm going to pull the camera a little bit closer. Okay, part of my switching angles here, but this is what we're going to be cutting out right now. So I'm just going to take my ruler and my paper cutting X-Acto knife, and I'm just going to cut as close to this line as I can to make it as clean as possible. I want no dirty helmet there, dude. Okay, so, alright, I got that cut. This is very exciting, I know. But, you know, I thought I'd detail it for those of you who are watching who have never done Pepakura before. You can kind of get an idea of what it takes to do it, what steps are involved, and whatever. For those of you who have done Pepakura before, this is old news. But, you know, everyone's got to start somewhere, so. A lot of short little angles and short little lines that make up angles on this piece. But it could be much worse. If I had to cut out all the little tabs, like if I was doing traditional Pepakura, that would suck a lot more. So I'm pretty grateful that I'm doing it in foam this time. I think that was a good choice on my part, if I do say so myself. A little screwed up, but whatever. Wow, this one has like little angles that I didn't even see when I first looked at the piece, but now that I'm trying to cut it, I'm like, holy crap. Jeez Louise. This is kind of a pain, actually, but it's gotta be done. No pain, no gain, right? That's what they say. If only I could apply that to my gym life. I really, really can't, and that's why I'm getting fat, but whatever. That's beside the point. Right, so I think that's all of the piece there. Let's pop it out, see what we got. Alright, so this is what the final piece will look like, and I'm going to attach it to the pieces that I already have when I make this out of foam, so that I can construct all the big stuff first and then shape the foam, cut the foam the exact shape that I need, so there's not too many seams. Okay, so I thought I'd just come back and show you a little bit what I need to do to modify these for foam. You see, in this piece here, there's a slit, and that is so that if you were making this out of paper, this is the chin piece. If you were to make this out of paper, you would put these slits together, and that would make an angle like that. It would curve. It would curve the chin, but we don't need that extra seam there because foam can curve without creasing. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow a method that I learned from James over at xrobots.co.uk. He does some amazing work on costumes. We're going to cut this piece all the way through and then tape it back together with no seam. So we're just going to line up our ruler with the seam line here and cut it all the way down, all the way straight through the piece. Okay, so it's now separated, and now we're going to put it together. We're going to line these corners up and kind of overlap a little bit and line this corner up so that we have no seam anymore. We're going to use our masking tape for that. And yeah, okay, so here we go. And in effect, this is what would happen anyway. Like, you might be saying, oh, well, isn't it going to be smaller? Yeah, it will be a little bit smaller, but in effect, that's what would happen anyway if you were to pop out the crease and bend it. So it's not going to affect it that much because it's a pretty small slit. So first I'm going to just tape down the piece in this corner. Make sure that's lined up as well as it can be without too much overlap. Don't want to get rid of too much space. And then I'm going to line it up on this corner as well. And then I'm going to trim off the excess tape here. That's my ruler and knife. Okay. So there we have it. And now I'm going to reinforce it from the back and we will be good to go. Hey guys, it's Brandon back again. I have all of my Pepakura templates cut out, and so let me show you what they are. This is going to be the top of the head. You can see on this model, this will be almost everything that's pink here, with the exception of this piece running down the nose and into the mouth. That would be too kind of awkward for me to shape, so I decided to separate that and do a small seam right in the nose there. So that's that. So this is the top of the head, and this will be the connecting nose piece. It goes down and it connects right here to form the eyes. You can already see the eyes starting to take shape there. This will be the eye, one of the eyes. Actually, I'm going to use this template for both eyes, I think. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shape foam around this template and just push it through the hole. At least that's what I'm going to try to do. We'll see if it actually works or not. This is going to be the silver part, I believe, of the helmet here. Everything that's silver. So it's going to work around the back and then up and under the mouth there for the chin. So this will be all the silver stuff. This is going to be the big part. This is actually too big, so I'll have to cut this down, which I'll show you in a second. But this will be the black part around Decade's helmet, everything from the eyes all the way around to the other eye. Here we have the little slits for the ears. Right, so it's not really an ear, an earpiece, I guess. And so that's that. And these are the borders for that piece, actually. This is the top border and this is the bottom border to give it sort of an edge. So I'm going to pull the camera in a little bit closer and we're going to go about doing some last little changes to these and then tracing and shaping them on foam. So let's get to it. Alright, so like I said, this piece, which is going to work around the back, is going to be too big for the mats that I have. If you can find a roll, like a big sheet roll of foam when you're doing costumes, that's ideal, but I can't. I've looked almost every place I can think of, and I can't find it, so I'm going to have to work with these mats. So I'm going to have to make a seam somewhere, and I was looking at my model here of Decade's helmet, and if you can see, there is a seam right up the back. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right in the center. So I decided, although it's not ideal, that's where I'm gonna put the seam. Obviously I want no seams, but that's where I'm gonna put it. So let's do that, shall we? That here for a sec. I got a new ruler, metal ruler. Don't use a plastic ruler, because if you use a plastic ruler, when you're cutting, it's gonna flake. That happened to me. I started with a plastic ruler, and I was like, man, a metal ruler would be so much better, so that's what I got. So let's just cut this sucker right down the middle here. Enough. I've taped these together, so it's going to be a little bit trickier to cut because it's thicker than just normal paper. Okay, alright, so we're all set. We got 2 pieces now, and now we're going to go about tracing these onto the foam. Yeah!